Hi, this is Eddie Codell. I am at the Web 2.0 conference in San Francisco today, and we're speaking with Eric Wilhelm and Leah Culver of Squid Labs. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Very well, thanks. So, tell us a little bit about Squid Labs. What is Squid Labs?
So Squid Labs is a company I started with a couple of friends from the MIT Media Lab to do early stage innovation. Mm-hmm. And the concept was to build prototypes really fast and to see what things had traction. And then ideas that were exciting were going to be spun out into separate companies or licensed to manufacturers.
And was this in Boston or out here?
It was at the end of my doctoral work that it was being set up, and then we decided we were trying to figure out where to locate the company, and the whole world is a possibility. So I had this massive spreadsheet with all sorts of places to go and reasons to go there, like average wind speed for kite surfing, presence of tropical birds, closeness to top-end universities. And in the end, it came down to Boston and San Francisco Bay Area. And we were at my house in Boston, and we got snowed in by 1.5 feet of snow. So
that pretty much that knocked Boston out of the running. Gotcha.
So here we are, and it's pretty good.
Very cool. So specifically, I guess Instructables is a project of yours, right?
That's right.
And so, tell us a little bit about that and how that and what the relationship is with Squid Labs.
So Instructables is what we originally called an internal project, which was funded by the consulting work Squid Labs did.
Right.
And it's an idea that I've been thinking about for a long while, and some of the other partners that Squid Labs have. And we've been working on it in various forms, even while still in school. Mm-hmm. So it started with a website called ThinkCycle, where we were trying to match up spare brain cycles of people in the developed world with people in the developing world. So the concept was people would post problems, and then engineers would try and figure out and help those people out.
Gotcha. So via the net, basically getting people online to sort of take their brain power and put it towards
and this is at the same time I and my partner Saul started kite surfing, and we wanted to build our own gear because it was cooler and cheaper and more fun.
Right.
And so we started doing that, building our own kites, building our own kite-powered vehicles and our own boards and surfboards and that kind of stuff.
And then you wanted to share that knowledge with other people.
So we started putting it up on our personal websites, and people started emailing us and asking for more information, how they could do it themselves.
Right.
And so it's kind of, the combination of the two yielded Instructables.
Gotcha. And Leah, what's your role at Instructables?
I'm a developer on the website, and I'm also a user of the site. So I originally had used it to publish one of my projects so that I could share it with my friends and family. And later on, I met these guys, and they said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm a Java programmer." And they're like, "Oh, really?"
This is pretty unusual. You don't see too many women in this world who are. Well, I think that's changing, but traditionally, you don't see too many women who are programmers, much less Java programmers.
I mean, I'm all for it. I don't think anybody's against getting more women involved in this field, and
especially me, because our entire development team is female.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which is just
I mean, there's two. There's two.
There's two of us.
But it is true.
Women.
Yeah, it's true. But the whole team, the whole development team is female.
Great. So now I noticed on your laptop here, you've got on your PowerBook your Instructables logo.
I gave my laptop
etched,
a tattoo.
A tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went to the tattoo parlor, and it signed the consent form. So it's actually made by a laser etcher. So it's a 35-watt infrared laser that scans across and ablates off the anodized coating of the laptop.
Okay. It looks like it's got pretty high resolution too.
Yeah, this was printed at I think 400 DPI. It can probably do around 600, but you're limited to like the spot size. There's the spot size of the laser on the material you're cutting, that kind of thing.
Oh, gotcha. So are PowerBooks specifically pretty good material?
They tend to just look really good.
Yeah. Funny that. Cool. And why are you at Web 2.0 today?
I was launching a new product on Instructables called Collaboration.
Oh, cool.
So I was part of Launchpad on Tuesday.
Can we take a look at that?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so it's obvious that we've switched laptops here. Apple's for
the operating system.
For the operating system.
Not for the hardware.
Yeah. So
no, it's actually the conference Wi-Fi, but
right, exactly. Conference Wi-Fi kind of made us revert to this machine. So Tell us a little bit about Launchpad. You were one of the Launchpad presenters today. And
so I launched a product, a new feature on Instructables called Collaboration. And the idea is to make it so you can have multi-author Instructables. So one of the things about Instructables is we always try and go for a strong voice and author-centric, because the authors are the people who are really passionate about what they do.
Right.
And so we want to make it so people can write Instructables that are by them or by a small group of their friends or by a group on Instructables.
So it's sort of an authoring environment for multiple people?
That's right,
to create,
yeah.
to create
And the thinking behind it was a little bit based on scientific papers, where you have kind of a lead author and then they can add on collaborators. And so we wanted to apply that to this whole collaboration and user-generated content.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at it.
So what we're looking at here is the edit page of an Instructable, where you can edit the text and the images and the links and the movies and that kind of thing. You can preview it, but what we have open is the Collaborate tab, which is where you can add on other members of the community to help you out. So this is a collaboration that right now has E. Wilhelm and Rachel on it, and so we'll just add some other people. And it works exactly like you think it would. You can add in other members, and then they have the ability to edit your Instructable. They can move the pictures around, change the steps around, but only the lead author, only the person whose Instructable it is, has the ability to publish it. So they maintain that control over when it gets published.
And can we see what an Instructable looks like?
Sure.
Oh man, I'm so glad it surpassed LED Thellies.
So this is what an Instructable looks like, and one of the key things that we're doing with the site is we're breaking a how-to or a tutorial down into step by step, and it just makes it easier for people to digest, and it makes it easier to write. It's kind of like if you're going to tell me how you do something that you're really good at,
right,
and I hand you a blank sheet of paper and I tell you to do it, you're not really certain where to start. But if I just draw 3 lines on the paper and say step 1, step 2, step 3, it helps your mind wrap around what goes on. And that's basically because as humans we think we're linear thinkers. You can multitask, but you're really just switching back and forth between
You're assuming
tasks.
that we're human, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of an assumption that the users on Instructables are going to be human.
Humans, right. Cool. So this particular one, Shake It Like a Tic Tac. It looks like a Tic Tac box with some.
Yeah. So what this user did, this is actually one of the winners of our September Magnet Challenge contest, where we asked users to submit projects that utilized magnets in some way.
Right.
And what this user did is they took a coil, so a bunch of wire wrapped into a spiral, and you put a magnet in there, and when you shake the magnet back and forth, you can induce a current. It's basically how a generator works, and it's identical to one of those flashlights that you shake that everyone makes jokes about.
Yes.
So what this user did is they took that same circuitry and they then put it into a Tic Tac box with an LED. So you shake the thing up, and then you can switch on the LED and you have a little flashlight.
Oh, that's very cool.
So there's a little battery in there, so you shake it up, it stores the energy in a battery, and then you can discharge it into an LED.
Right. And so since this is what we're looking at is the Instructable, it's actually a series of instructions and parts lists and that sort of thing.
So typically what users do is they give an intro where they tell why they're doing the project, what it means to them, and sort of the motivation. And they just dive right in and say, like, gather your materials, get your parts together, and then go to town.
Gotcha. And can users comment on the instructions or on the steps? It looked like there were some.
So that's one of the key things is we made it super easy for people for the community to join in and say how much they like it and ask questions of the author.
Right.
Get into more details.
Oh, that's very cool.
So we have there's full comments, and this one probably had around. I think this one has around 100 comments.
See if it has, and you can embed images in your comments as well as video.
Yeah, so actually one of the things that was nice about this one, if you go up to that first comment, the author who posted it said, "Sorry about my schematics, I just drew them by hand." And some of the people in the community said, "Hey, we really like this project a lot. I'll just make, I'll open up my CAD program and make the schematic for you, and here it is."
That's great.
And
somebody just stepped up and took his hand drawing and made an actual schematic out of it using CAD.
Here's a schematic for you by Ian01.
Right. Very cool.
And so that's kind of what the people in the community do, is they want to help out and make it better.
Yeah. That's very rad. Well, thanks very much for taking us through this. This is brilliant.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.